Hey everyone, this is Someone Talks About Something. I'm someone, you're someone, we're all someone. And today, the something we're going to be talking about is the incredible song from the amazing channel, The Stupendium, A Little Theorizing, which is a song all about the theorist channels. So for anyone wondering, we're going to be breaking down a lot of the Easter eggs and any secrets in the video. However, though, I'm not going to go over every single one because I still want all of you to go check out the video yourself. So let's get into it. Instantly, right off the bat, we see the four main channel logos: Game Theory, Film Theory, Food Theory, and Style Theory. Noticeably, the channel GT Live, though, is however missing. This does make sense because this song is mainly about theorizing, so having GT Live wouldn't work too much if it was there. A little bit later, they bring up Mario, FNAF, Fallout, and Minecraft. Now, FNAF is definitely the biggest series on the Theorist channel out of all. Mario, I would probably say, is a close second, and Fallout and Minecraft are very popular ones, but not probably like top 5. Next, right after that, we see Stupendium themselves and see them wearing the signature Theorist red jacket. I gotta say, that is an amazing jacket. I love the Theorist jacket so much. It looks amazing. Next, we see a screen of Super Mario, and for me, the two most notable things that I see there are the Fire Flower and the Bolt Bill, which are both theories that MatPat has done. Next, we see Minecraft, and we see some notable references here, most notably the Illager, the Alleys, Enderman, and Bees, which are all references to theory videos. However, though, the Bees are a reference to a YouTube short and not a full-on theory video itself. Then we see this bookcase, which is full of games, and if you look closely at the second shelf, you can actually see that the names on the games are members of Team Theorist. And then above that shelf is Garden of Banban, which is a series MatPat has covered a bunch. On that shelf, you can notice that Chapter 5 is missing a Banban, which, for those of you that don't know the reference to that, in the lore of Garden of Banban, Chapter 5 is missing from it. I think, I'm not exactly 100% sure, though. If you do know the reference, please let me know, down below exactly what it means, because I believe that's what it is. We then see a bunch of memes about the channel. For example, #BlameJason, which is a meme from GT Live, is a robot version of the Crying Child, which has been memed to death for sure. And MatPat's amazing green suit from college, which I love that video. I watched that video so much of him dancing around college. That is absolutely hilarious to me. They then say, "How hard does a headshot blow?" which is a reference to the game theory video Fallout Boom Headshot, which is a video where he figures out about surviving a headshot and different factors going into it. They also say the line, "How fast does a hedgehog go?" which is a reference to the game theory and film theory videos about calculating Sonic's actual speed. We then see Dissecting a Toad, which is a reference to the video You Are Wrong About Toad. Immediately, they say, "How do creepers explode?" which again is a reference to the video What Are Minecraft Creepers? After the creeper explodes, we see a bunch of code, and I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of references in here, and I could tell there's a lot of references, but I couldn't tell exactly what they were, so I'm only going to be covering some of them, but go watch the video, and maybe you can figure it out for yourself. I couldn't, I'm sorry about that. First, I saw Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, a person T-posing, which is referencing Chica from FNAF 2. Finally, the code ends with Glitch Trap from Help Wanted and the line, "What happened to the guests in the restaurant," though, which is obviously a reference to the MCI from FNAF. MCI is Missing Children's Incident, for those of you that do not know. But before we get any further, please consider theorizing about that subscribe button and solving it. It would mean a lot to me. I would really appreciate, because I kid you not, I listened to this song so many times on repeat, trying to figure out all these different Easter eggs and references I could. So please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me, and I'd really appreciate it. Back to the video. During the start of the course, we see a ton more references in this little game room with some arcade machines. And first, on both arcade machines to the left and right, we can see different theory videos openings. I believe it's one of Sonic running and then one of a little chat messaging. And second, we can see two FNAF references, which is number 1 Crate and Psychic Friend Fredbear. There's also Pikachu on a shelf right under the Fredbear poster, which is from GT Live. And the most important references in this are the 5 pictures on the right side, which include Trailer Drake, Foot of a Ferret, Gaijin Kumba, Ronnie, and Austin, who all had amazing and incredible impacts to Team Theorist, and they did amazing jobs, and I'm so thankful for all of them. Next, we get big drops of references here from this little slow pan that the video does, and they're starting with a book of Legend of Zelda, a pixel ruler, and a picture of the anatomy of the Fall Guys. We then see a picture of the FNAF map. There's a calculator, which Pat pointed out in his YouTube short about this video, that equals 2011, which is when game theory started. We then see a phone with Among Us playing on it, and in the bottom left, you can see a script of Super Mario video, and right next to it is a disc of Animal Crossing. Continuing on, we can see a notebook with, how do I put this? It says SI an arrow and then two circles, which I don't know how to put this. It's a reference to a video he did about a certain area of the chest for some people, and I'm just going to leave it at that. We're not going to go any further with that. Next, to the lyric they say, "You're not a Scott's Game teaser, you're already bright enough." Which one? Amazing line, by the way. That is such a good line. And two, it's a reference to the early days of FNAF theorizing, where we had to brighten images released on Scott Games' website. And then they say, "Grab a Diet Coke," which we all know is the nectar that kept MatPat being able to theorize for so long. But then they say, "Or a can full of human souls," which is a reference to the absolutely hilarious game to me, Only Cans. I love that name. That Game Theory did a video on. We then get a reference to the game Kindergarten and to the Game Theory video where they calculated if you could survive a fall jumping down, landing onto a pile of nuggets. And if you pay attention to that pile of nuggets, the Chicken Nugget from the channel Chicken Nugget pops out of the pile right before it cuts away. We then get a reference to the video about why you would suck living in Bioshock floating world, but then right after we dive down into a reference about the video of if it's possible to build the Bioshock underwater city. They then reference how it's unlikely the FNAF 4 box will ever be opened. Speaking of the FNAF 4 box, I recently solved it in a video I posted last week, so I would definitely go check it out if I were you. After this one, though, please stay for this video, and then go check out that video, and make sure to leave a comment on it saying, quote, "Theory of Theorizing." No one else is going to understand it unless they watch this video and then go watch that video. So, it'll be our little secret. Go watch that video and comment "Theory of Theorizing," please. Thank you so much. We then get some quick references to Vina Carnis with Carry On Flesh, I believe is how you pronounce it. FNAF with marionettes, Companions Fed, the theory video about how old Ash Ketchum is, and finally the best theory of all, that Sans is truly Ness. Then we see Markiplier, which is a reference to MatPat making a video about creating Markiplier's perfect Pokemon. And then right after that, we get another Markiplier MatPat reference with Pressure Washing Simulator and the volcanic truth behind it. We then get TV references to Boneworks Duck Season and another reference to Monica from Doki Doki, like I mentioned earlier in that source area. We get three other references pretty quick. We get the Secret to Bottle Flipping video reference, a video about the truth of the Ender Dragon, and most importantly, his theory about a father who gets into a yellow bunny suit. No, not FNAF. You get out of here. Sit down. Sit in the corner, FNAF. No, Animal Crossing, the Zipper, the guy who dresses up in a yellow bunny. And right before the course, we get a reference to his video about Luigi being secretly a multimillionaire. Now, at the course, we're back at the arcade room from earlier. However, though this time it's different, with the pictures on the right now being of the amazing co-founder Stephanie and head of production Jason. I'm going to be honest with you, there are two more pictures. However, though I just can't make out who they are. I tried figuring it out who they are. I'm so sorry, I can't figure out who they are. If you could let me know, I would really appreciate it. We then get a slow pan of a bunch more references, noticeably the GTA ARG Master Tracker, which is a website that helps track the different ARGs. There's a paper with what I believe is the Zelda timeline on it. There's also two references to the game Inscription. First, there's a sticky note with this message on it. I'm not going to try saying it because I'm not 100% sure the proper way to say it. And then there's a cat card from the game. There's also a red string going across the screen to reference the making of a timeline where you kind of jot it out on notes and then get a red string to kind of guide where it goes. And then there's a picture of the anatomy of a creeper by Game Theory. Next, after some fan art of Team Theorists, we get references to other channels. For example, Food Theory's video about how long you could survive in a grocery store, Film Theory's video on how to survive in the back rooms, and how to survive Saw. Also, if you notice in the scene from Saw that they talk about, you look in the background, there are clues for solving this ARG. I didn't want to solve the ARG, and I kind of couldn't because it's already been solved. I mean, I could go over and solve it again, but I don't see the point behind that. Other quick references we get are cannibalism and Wall-E. The cars in Cars aren't cars. Yes, I just said cars 3 times in one little line and it made sense somehow. A double reference to the truth behind Baby Shark and the truth behind Subway's tuna fish. And finally, the best way to stack a burger. And if you notice in the background, you can see the Burger King mascot actually pop up. After those quick references, we get a reference to GT Live with a clap and a half, and a reference to Food Theory's loudest chip with the decibel measuring. A little later, we get a reference to the early Game Theory videos with Weboverse appearing, and then we get a reference to the size of Team Theorists with him showing a YouTube channel called Team Theorists and it having 40 million plus subscribers. After a bunch of theory video thumbnails fall, we get a reference to MatPat giving the Pope a gift of Undertale. Back to the course again in the arcade room, which is different once again. We see on the left, we get 3 references being with GT Live, and that is the sign MattPat was given. We can also see under the sign is Ash and Mir Matt, who both have worked on GT Live behind the camera, and Ash is currently still working there. And then looking over to the right side, we can see the 4 new hosts of the Theorist channel, who are Lee, Amy, Santi, and Tom. We get once again a huge reference shop with the slow pan, noticeably a reference to Ed Krause, who is the plane guy that is used in many theory videos. There's also a food theory reference with the part of the Colonel's secret recipe, and a film theory with the golden ticket from Willy Wonka. There's also a bunch of references to style theory having to do with colors, shaving, and eating lipstick, and 2 references to Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls, which is MattPat's favorite TV show of all time. The video then ends with different clips throughout the years of the channels, most notably one of Ronnie and one of the St. Jude's live stream fundraising, which I'm so glad that the Theorist channels have done those live streams for raising money for St. Jude's, because that is an amazing thing to do. And there you have it. Those are the Easter eggs and references I wanted to share with you from this video. I definitely recommend checking out the video on Stupendium's channel to see all the references yourself. But remember, this is just someone talks about something. I'm someone, you're someone, we're all someone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have an amazing day, and please go check out those 2 videos I have on screen. And if you have a theory you'd like me to cover, you can leave a comment down below and I will check it out. Hope you have an amazing day. Peace out.